Jargon.
To the accoutrement.
The jargon.
I thought it was slang for vagina.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, on that note, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of FIGGAH Bang. And I don't know what fucking episode it is. 13, 14, somewhere in that range.
19.
19. There you go. We're legal. We've been legal. Now we're in the fun phase. Then we're gonna start slowly going down.
Start falling apart. It's gonna start falling apart.
Very soon it's gonna be doctor's visits and fingers and peeing in cups and
prostate exams.
Turn your head and cough. What's up, everybody? So, got the normal crew with us tonight. Joining us tonight, we have the analyzer, Mr. Brian Brink.
Yo, I was at work today, and I was talking to somebody, and I was like, "Man, this week's dragging. I can't believe it's only Tuesday." And he's like,
"It's Wednesday."
It's Wednesday. I was like, "Oh man, it's all downhill." And he's like, "Why?" I was like, "It's Hump Day, dude. Hump Day."
Hump Day.
So what's up, everybody? Happy not Tuesday.
I wish it was Tuesday. I'm off Tuesday.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. All right. Also joining us, we got Mike Camera, and then we have Mr. John. I'm in the fucking car again because I can't get home fast enough.
Yeah, well, you know what? You have to commute from Boston. You bitch about it.
Listen, if I had to commute from Boston to here, I'd be very unhappy.
yeah. I mean, from Boston to the Cape is bad enough. How are you guys doing tonight?
Oh, just dandy.
Wait.
Yeah.
Spectacular.
Good to be here. Just if anyone walks up to the car, just call help for me.
Knock on the window. $5? Housekeeping? Fluff your pillow? Fluff your pillow?
No, thank you. All set.
Also,
Door prostate exam.
Now that's service.
Truck stop prostate exam. That's
best kind.
Why
you eating a truck stop egg salad sandwich?
Glory hole and all.
Oh man, had to go there. Let's talk about toys for God's sake.
We also have Mr. JD, who just taught us that an after dinner mint is a cigarette. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I didn't know the jargon. Now we know.
Yep. How we doing?
Yep.
Hi. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hi. And we also have the cameraman who tonight is Mr. Jose.
Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, everybody?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Jose didn't do his hair tonight, so.
Nope.
He's all stubbly.
All right, Jose, let's not fall asleep again, all right?
No doubt.
All right.
I didn't drink. I'm not drinking tonight. I'm good.
My man. All right. So tonight.
King of the road.
Kind of.
Oh, okay.
Drum roll, please.
We got this guy.
King of the
skies.
Space.
King of the space tank thing.
So this is Space Cat.
Space Chicken. This is MMC's Inventa Magna. I don't know. Is that the combined name?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, stop. So this is MMC's SKYLYNX. So this came in. This was sold in two pieces. I believe this is Magna and this is Inventa.
Yep.
Cool. I got it in one.
Yay.
All right. So this was sold, not originally, it's still sold in two pieces. So like they sent out this first, the tank part first, and so I don't know. So we'll get there in a second. But so I have them combined here for a space shuttle tank thing mode. So first of all, in case anybody's curious, the connection between this and this is fairly ingenious. I actually really like it because one, it holds incredibly well. But then it also disconnects incredibly easy.
Is it magnets?
No. So the way it connects is there's a There's a slot. I said slot.
Slot.
Slot there, and then there's this kind of hook system. It's a bunch of little hooks.
Oh, nice. Is
So
it
it's-
like have a button release or something?
No, so you have to line it up in here and slide it forward, which isn't always the easiest thing to do. Whoop. Easiest thing to do.
And you've scratched all
Totally
the
ingenious.
die cast.
That's
Hold
when
on.
you're like wiggling it, trying to get it in the slot.
It's hard to,
you know?
It's not the easiest thing to line up.
Oh,
There we go.
totally ingenious.
It's not the easiest thing to line up. Then you just slide it in, and then you push that in, and everything comes apart. And then it doesn't want to lock again.
Yeah,
Excellent.
No, you broke it. Bust it.
Go in. There we go.
Bust it.
There we go. Now it doesn't want to like hold. Stay.
So much for that.
So much for that.
That's great.
I mean, it is great when it works.
There we go. It doesn't really. Now it doesn't want to. Maybe I did it too many times.
Maybe you did break
There we
it.
go. Nope. There we go. It's in.
He's got it. He's got
It's
it.
in.
It's all the way in.
That's all the
Warning,
way in.
beware, it only combines 5 times.
Let me ask you a question. Do you remember the Ninja Turtles accessory, the skateboard
Yeah.
that had the little foot in the front, and you would crank it back and it would kick the foot out?
Yeah, I just sold mine to Ian. Like the last NJCC, I think.
Did you ever, when you were kids, did you ever hear the rumor that you can only do that a certain number of times before it break?
No, I never heard that.
So that was
beware, don't do it, and don't do it if you're watching.
that was a playground rumor when I was a kid. I remember going home and be like, no, that can't be true. So I did it like the 30 times whatever they said, and it didn't break. I was like, they're fucking lying. But I was paranoid. I was like, I don't want my toy to break. Okay,
so you went home and tried to break
I
it.
went home and tried to break it, and it didn't work. I was like, yay. I'm just curious if that was just a thing that we did. All right, so here he is. So in this mode, he doesn't do a hell of a lot. He can roll like a goddamn champ on these little tiny caster wheels, but he's got a whole bunch of them. He's got 12 of them.
12.
And he rolls fantastically. And you can kind of swoosh him around. He's a lot more swooshable as a shuttle jet than with this giant tank underneath. Also, the proportions are a little bit wonky in this mode, just because
Yeah,
it should be a little bit smaller.
I'm looking at G1 pics right now. I'm like, this doesn't look right.
Yeah, but I mean, it's for the sake of aesthetics in the long run. It's fine because I mean it's a shuttle tank. It's when they introduce them on the show and they're like, just wait for SKYLYNX. I'm like, what the fuck's the SKYLYNX? Goes, you just better wait and see.
Oh,
I think it's supposed to be based on the thing that they use to move the shuttle to the pad, because that's what it looks
Sure.
like.
oh, the
Why not?
bottom.
Yeah,
If he can mount that thing vertically, then that would be.
yeah. That's the thing I'm talking about. That it sits vertically on, and they like drive it really at like like 0.01 miles an hour out to the pad.
It's a lot less than that.
Speaking of mountain vertically, I'll see you guys later.
Uh-huh.
I'm just kidding.
I
Ow.
Leave the camera on.
thought that was the mint.
Come here.
Nope.
Little Lenny, you don't want to come in. Come on. Come out.
Mounting and minting are two different things.
Okay.
Again, learning something new.
I learn all kinds of shit on this fucking show.
Wow, why don't you want to come out now? So I'm trying to get the landing gear out in this stupid jet, and they don't want to come out.
What jet? You mean the shuttle?
Shuttle. I'm sorry. There we go. I just didn't have the thing lined up. It's amazing when you do things properly, everything works. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's the shuttle. He has 3 landing gear.
Oh, I was going to ask about that. Cool.
We'll talk about the order they came out in the order of interest. So this thing isn't very interesting. So we'll talk about that first. So when I got this thing, I got it both at the same time because I was like, I don't need this sitting around my house for 3 months while I wait for the other one.
Oh, that was smart.
So I was like, I'll get them both at the same time. I paid for it. I was like, okay, just hold it, and when the other one comes, we'll send it together. So here he is. So it's a brick. It still rolls great. And that's about it. I mean, there's really nothing to talk about in this mode. It's really just literally a brick. You can kind of see where everything is. There's no real surprises.
It's a brick with wheels.
The brick with wheels. There's some paint apps. There's some gold and some red and some line work. It's mostly just base plastic with possibly a clear coat because it's shiny.
It's also heavy as fuck.
It is also heavy as fuck. So as far as I can tell,
Is it just dense, or is it
as
the
far as I
material?
can tell, only the feet are die cast, but there are big ass chunks of metal. Like this whole, we'll show it off when we combine it, but this whole bit is metal. As far as I can tell, that's the only bit of metal, unless there's more inside. But
I think the inner rails are die cast too, where it collapses.
yeah, we'll see in a minute when we transform it.
Spoilers.
So I mean, there's really nothing else. You guys don't have questions about this. We'll just transform it. So, so these hook over, and as soon as I got this thing, they were already stressed because they use this red plastic is like a magnet for stress marks. So like pretty much all of these hooks, if you can see, I don't know how well it's going to show up. Probably not at all. Let's see if it'll. I can't force it to focus. Well, on the inside of these hooks, they're stressed on pretty much all of them, but they're not weak or anything. I think it's just when they were molded, they just got stressed because, and you guys know that blue and especially red plastic stresses like nobody's business. So we're just gonna.
Certainly true on my Make Toys Thundercracker.
Same thing over here. So when you disconnect this, if you go this way, if you push this one in and this one out, it's not going to do anything. So you have to go the other way. So this one goes in, the other one goes out, and it just unhooks. So make sure you don't yank on these because they don't peg in; they hook in like that. I still need a new chair. So I'll show you it this way. See how they hook over? They don't peg, so don't try to rip it this way or you'll break it. So these just get all rotated around. So the blue bits go on the top, and then we're just gonna unpeg this.
Beautiful sounding ratchets.
Oh, these ratchets are fantastic.
Right.
Swing this around. There's really nothing crazy in here. So yeah, so this red bit in here is die cast. All of this blue you see is die cast.
The ratchets, there's no ratchets in the knees?
No, those are friction.
Huh.
But they're super stiff.
They're stiff. Okay. They're solid. I have the bottom part. I don't have the shuttle part yet.
I'm trying to see if this part might be die cast. I think this part is die cast. I can't really tell. It feels. No, it's plastic.
Yeah, that's all plastic.
Yeah, it's plastic. So it's this red bit.
Yep.
This red bit and all of this blue is all die cast. And I'm assuming, yeah, that's where all the weight is, and just in those pieces on all four. So then we're just going to push that in, push that red all the way in, and then we're going to you can kind of do whatever you really want with these feet. And we just push that all up, and that's a foot. And then we're going to do that 3 more times, basically. Unpeg this, wrap it around, collapse it up. Is that all the way up? No, it's not. Now it is. That means this one's.
Oh, his toes? His toes bend.
Yep. So we'll get there. This one is a little bit different. This one doesn't want to come unpegged. And my chair keeps sinking. Somebody buy me a new chair.
Or stop buying toys and you can buy a chair.
Why would I do that?
Because.
Come on now. Would you do that? No.
No, hell no.
Of course.
It's time to set up a Patreon.
Same thing over here.
Crowdfunding Ace a new chair.
Yeah, we'll charge $1 an episode.
Yep.
So like I said, make sure on these back ones, you just want to rotate it at the thigh there, 180 degrees. Collapse it all up.
Snap.
Crackle.
Oh, Is that a ratchet in the?
Come
Yeah.
on.
We'll get there.
in the. All right.
So now in the back, you gotta take his tail. He does have a double tail, which is a more of an artistic take, I guess. But just flip these up, and now so there's two tails and they're connected, like inside. So like the two tails go like this, and there's a bar like that connects them. So you kind of just gotta grab them both and pull them out together.
What? That's a lot of shit in there.
So if you pull on one, you can kind of crank it sideways and then get it stuck. So that's why you got to pull them,
intestines or
pull them
something.
both at the same time. And those are his tails, and then for his head,
Huge, giant prolapse.
you know, just open up all of that bit,
Oh my god.
flip that up, flip that back up, and then just like that, that's all she wrote. That's
It's got
the
no
link
ears.
well, this is the tune accurate head. There's also a toy accurate head that comes in the box, which
Is chromed.
is chromed and crap. Where's in the box? I might be able to find the. Where's the box? Oh, I do have the box handy. I can grab it real quick. Let me just grab this, and we'll show the other head. Well, why not? Okay, so we'll run through our usual spiel, and then we'll just show the extra head and everything. So there he is. He is a Lynx-ish thing. I mean, G1. So the original, for those that don't know, the original SKYLYNX was one of the. This is not a transformer.
Yeah.
It was made. It was actually the name of the company that made it. It was Toy World.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
no relation.
They got.
Did they
roots
do Omega
going
too?
back, man.
No, Omega was Omega. No, I don't think Omega was Toy World. It might have been. But I'm not 100% sure.
Lord Shadowkeeper wants to know if it walks.
Yeah, you just gotta.
Yep.
Oh.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
See?
So
This thing looks terrible. Is it just because you don't pose it very well?
I just literally chunked it like a brick. So
No,
these are,
I like this mode. I like this mode.
Yeah. So the
Did you-
head.
I like it
What?
a lot.
I didn't know if you'd extended the abdomen or not because it.
I think I did. Yeah, I did. It's all
Okay.
over.
Maybe it's so big we need to take a step back and admire it from a.
So the head is on a ratchet up and down, and then there's a ball joint that comes out of the head into the neck. So that's where you get your side to side, and then you get no more up and down. You just get the side to side and a little bit of wiggle waggle,
Oh wow, you got a.
and actually you get more in the neck.
That's cool.
So it wiggles here, and then it wiggles down there. So you got lots of expression. Mouth opens. He does have a cannon in the mouth, and then he also has, which I think mine is missing. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so you can see that there's a button up in there. So if you pop this cover off, both halves come with a SIM tool. It's actually an actual SIM card removal tool. You know, the little loop with the pin.
Mm-hmm.
So both of them come with it to pop these covers off because they both have light up eyes. The problem is these third-party companies just get the fucking axe together and decide on a battery size and just run with it.
I know.
So every time I get a figure that needs batteries, I'll just buy the batteries it needs because they're never the same. So I have a stockpile of like common ones, like 377s and LR44s. So then like Zeta Bruticus and Zeta Superior don't use the same size battery. This guy doesn't use the same size battery as those. So it's like every time these fucking things come out, you're buying another size battery. So this needs an AG2 or an AG3, which is a 361, I think. So I just ordered a bunch of those, and those are on the way. So I can't show the lights because I don't have the batteries yet.
Well, I just want to have you know that our Lord and Savior Fans Toys uses the same batteries for all of their swords. It's
Great.
very nice of them to do that.
Great. But I really wish they would just pick a damn size and run with it. I don't care what the size is. Just
I'll
pick
light
one.
my swords up right now. No, I took the batteries out. Idiot.
So the shoulders are on chunky monkey ratchets, as you can hear. In and out here on a ratchet. Swivel. I guess it's a bicep swivel, technically. Is that a bicep? I guess it's a bicep. And then the elbow is double jointed. You can see that black bar. So you can do a few things. You can have them like more straight leg like that. You can kind of collapse it down. Actually, that should have been collapsed down a little bit more. You can play with these legs however you want. You can have them longer. You can have them shorter. You can have them straight. You can have them bend forward. You can have them bend back. I usually prefer to have them kind of bent back like that. But you can do it any which way you want. My chair keeps sinking, so up we go again. So the legs are really kind of up to you. They like it. There's a quote unquote G1 mode, I think. I think you have to swing this piece forward and have it more of a flat toe. I don't know. I think it's just more straight legged. I kind of prefer the more stylistic look for him because it's a more stylized looking figure. It's not really supposed to be a super G1 accurate. But so the feet, like I said, are die cast. They tilt a bit, not a super ton, but a decent amount. They rock forward all the way, rock back, and then so this bit is a separate hinge. Both of these, I believe, are separate hinges. Yep, those are separate swivels, and then they also have a separate hinge here, so they can pivot up and down, just the toes. And then I believe they can also, they can also splay. So they can spread out like nya, which is nice. So obviously this is going to be a little bit more stylistic. So if that's your thing, which for this guy I think it is, because this really isn't really a G1 cartoon accurate, super hyper cartoon accurate masterpiece figure. It's under the reformatted line, so it's supposed to be more stylized. Guys are chatty tonight.
I'm looking up if cats have biceps.
Or what they're called.
And I'm not seeing it.
Uh-oh.
Dogs have them.
Uh-oh.
Looks like cats mainly just have triceps in the back. I don't see anything pointing to a bicep. That's interesting.
So there's a hinge here on a ratchet. So you can have them kind of stretching, or you can have them ready to pounce. And then there's a swivel here for that. There's also a swivel here.
There's two of them there.
So you can give them the S curve.
Pretty flexible.
Pretty good.
You got a ratchet, another ratchet. It does break the sculpt a bunch.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you can
Oh, wow.
actually, so you can see right there, if the light will get in it, which it really isn't. There's a slider up in there, so you can kind of hunch it and then slide it up and kind of hide it.
That slider's die cast, right?
Maybe. I can't see it. It looks like it's a different color, so it's probably painted metal.
It's a lost art.
It took me a minute.
And then the tails are also super articulated, so it's, let's see, ball joint, hinge, ball joint, hinge, ball joint, hinge. So pretty much anything you need.
Mm-hmm.
Have them up and over. You can have them out to the side. You can have them point back. You can do whatever the hell you want. I think it'd be fine.
Damn, I just saw a skinned cat. This is all right. I'm done looking at this.
Jeez.
What?
I was looking at pictures of cat muscle anatomy, and I just came across a science experiment. It seems. Don't do that, people.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much this guy in a nutshell.
Does it have ankle rocker?
Yeah, I showed it. You were
Oh,
busy looking up skinned cats.
Okay, my bad.
So it doesn't have a ton, but it's got more than a fan size figure.
More than a fan.
So that's good. You can get them more splayed.
Play.
Sounds dirty.
Play.
So that's pretty much this guy. Well, that's half of it. Here he is with a prime.
An awesome prime.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy the metallic one too.
Carbots. Just grabbing stuff. There's your size comparisons.
Are you guys getting that white magic square?
No, that's just you because you're.
No, I don't really.
Actually, it's you and DPC.
Yeah. I've decided not to go in on all the white and black primes anymore.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's, enough's enough.
You heard it here, folks.
I got room for all that.
He won this. He's won the challenge. Now he's done with black and white.
I guarantee you the next challenge is going to be primes.
Mm.
But prime.
I've got a great idea for the next challenge.
Did you ruin it?
Just waiting for my turn.
Nice.
All right. I mean, that's pretty much this guy. We still got to cover the other one. So, any other real questions about this guy? About this half?
No.
No.
And it's pretty much. It's a fun little bot. It's what do you call it? Doing animal style figures is a little bit. It's sometimes tough to make them look good, but this guy has enough hinges that enough joints to make them hold. And it's all these ratchets are fucking great.
So, you don't have any Masterpiece Dinobots in Dino mode, do you?
I have all of them in Dino mode.
Is this thing much? It's huger than those, right?
I can grab one.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say it's huger, but I can grab one if you want.
Yeah, if you could, I'm curious.
Who do you want?
Let's get Stomp.
Stomp. All right, give me 2 seconds.
Huger.
I mean, they're kind of in the same scale, really. I mean, if as far as like they're just their size.
Okay, I'm because I know that this is technically chug scale, right?
I mean, it depends on how you saw SKYLYNX.
Yeah, you think maybe it's legend scale?
I mean, I can justify it based on that Return of Optimus Prime episode where they were all walking around inside the same building and about the same height.
Man, this things are dusty.
I like his molded shoulders. Actually, I like that detail. It's pretty cool on this thing.
I didn't see SKYLYNX as huge.
Oh, hey, look at that. All right.
Okay.
I dig it.
Don't get triggered, people. I put fucking repo labels on them. I know some people trigger on repo labels.
On who? Stomp?
No, repro labels. You used all the repro labels? Yeah, I think sometimes it looks better.
It depends on the set.
That's why I said sometimes. Oh, there's I'm knocking everything over. Okay. Ugh. All right, let's move on to the shuttle part.
The one only anybody really cares about.
I mean, it's kind of the bottom half's the necessary evil.
Yeah.
All right, so here he is in his shuttle mode. There are 3 landing gear. They just pop out. What's weird is, so like these pop down, they just cover up like that.
Oh, covered up. I like that.
And what's funny is this piece is a separate piece, this wing piece. So this slides out, and you can see the landing gear just under there. And that's
That's so cool. I like it.
Still, the extra little oomph, a little thought of putting it there.
Go. So everything locks in very well in this. The only thing is, so if anybody saw like Bobby's review or some other people's reviews, they had a lot of trouble getting the wings in, and I did too when I first got it. So I did some experimenting. So these wings, spoiler, they pull out and they have some transformation in them. So if you have them like this so in the box, they come like this basically for packaging with the landing gear folded up. So you have to, the first time you do, you have to go like this and then put them in. So if you do that, like I'm doing now, you'll see that they don't peg in. So what you have to do is actually click them down one. So like you want to do it like that, where it's straight, but you actually want to click it down one. And then once you do that, pegged in the back and then push all the way up, and they plug in perfectly fine.
Wow.
So I had a lot of people complaining about not getting the wings to plug in, and when I got mine, I'm like, fuck, these wings suck. They don't plug in. I was sitting there wrestling with it, trying to shove them in. They wouldn't go in. And then I was like, let me try clicking them down. Clicked them down, did it. Perfect. So they should have probably put that in the manual or put a video out saying, just click them down once, but they didn't. So whatever.
Space Cat's out of the bag now, dude. Go get this before it goes out of stock, dude. Now the wings plug in, I might be in. I mean, I was like, it's crap.
So don't listen to people complaining about the wings. You just gotta just bend them down, click them down one where you are, where they don't plug in. Click them down once, and you're fine. And then the first couple of times it might be a little bit stiff to get them in, and then now it's fine.
Click down once. Everybody knows the rules. Got
Damn the rules. So so let's fold up the landing gear.
Do the rockets articulate?
The rockets swivel.
Oh yeah.
I just spit on my screen. So it's only these two. This one and these two little ones on the top are stationary.
Those are called engine bells.
Well, this part's a bell. The whole thing is called a motor.
Yes, a motor. The bell.
The real ones are fucking gigantic, like on the Saturn V.
Dude, we are going to be back in that neck of the woods come this fall. I might have to go take a look.
In Florida?
No, in Udvar-Hazy, Smithsonian, right near.
Oh, the Air and Space Museum.
Yeah, right near where CAFCON's going to be.
You should go to Cape Canaveral because Cape Canaveral is fucking awesome.
Florida, man, America's
That's
wang.
that's the only bad part. You have to go to Florida. To do it.
America's wang.
And it's just as humid.
The Everglades down there.
So here's the shuttle mode. He is a little bit plain. He does have all this nice gold, which you should have, but it's very sparse in the detailing. I think the repro label set. I have to look at the repro label set. I didn't look at it yet. I think that might help this guy, but it is plain looking. Get it plain. But, I'm not sure what they really could have done paint wise, but maybe the stickers will spread.
It just needs Autobot symbols. That's all.
That might help. Who knows? But so it is very, very swooshable, which I like. All the weight really is back here because that's where the legs are. You can see the legs kind of hidden up in here. But it is very swooshable. You grab it up here, and it's very fun to swoosh around. The one thing that always weirded me out, you can always see kind of see his face in the front, like you know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got little freckles. The only real play feature, other than it's a swooshable jet in this mode, is if you can open these bay doors up, and you actually have to rock them out on a double hinge to get them all the way open. Like you can't hinge them open; they'll get stuck. So you kind of got to bend them and kind of rock them on a double hinge, and then you can open them. So you do have some detailing in there.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Private clearance.
Because there's a little satellite arm in there you can pull out.
Wow, fucking Thunder Thief.
Sorry.
You go in here, you can pull this up, and like John said, there's this little arm. It had a couple of hinges and some swivels. You can have it grab stuff.
But it's my strong hand.
Little known fact, that was developed in Canada.
Oh yeah,
The real one.
Oh, that's right. They used to put the maple leaf on it. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Just the arm part.
Yeah, just the arm.
So that's the one little play feature, and it's like tucked up. This looks like an afterthought. Like you can see it just like kind of like tucked up in there, and it's fine though. I mean, it's got like this little like you can pretend like it's a satellite or something, getting ready to deploy.
Yeah, they've only got so many accomplishments. We got to give them what they they got.
Maple syrup,
Celine Dion,
Mounties,
Bryan Adams,
Michael J. Fox.
Justin Bieber.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It cleans up pretty fucking spectacularly for a jet. I mean, granted, it's a shuttle, so you have more play and you have more space to do stuff, but it cleans up pretty well. You know, it doesn't have to hide a whole robot, really. It really kind of just extends, but I think they do a pretty good job cleaning it up. But
yeah, it looks nice. Is it painted at all, or is it just white?
No, it's the same. I think it's just clear-coated plastic because it's shiny like the other one.
That's cool.
Like I said, I wish it was either a little more paint or maybe repro labels will fix it, but it is just a little bit plain. But I mean, it is the reformatted line, it's not the masterpiece line, so I don't even know what the Ocular Max line. So, all right, so we got to turn him into a space chicken, and then we got to do combined mode. So I'm assuming no other questions about this mode, right? So, what's the best way to start? Probably pull out the wings. So we'll pull out the wings, and then we're just going to kind of rotate them and kind of get them kind of out of the way. Just pull them around. So now we got to come over here. We're gonna detach this, and we have to lift up on these thrusters. There's a peg, so you gotta kind of flex the plastic a little bit this way. See that there's a peg under there, so you kind of got to hook that over it. So you kind of got to flex the plastic a little bit and pop it up like that. And then we're gonna hold on. We got to open these doors because that's why it's not opening. So we got to open these doors to get the clearance. If you don't open these doors, you can't fold this up. That's what the problem is.
Does the plastic on this thing feel different than a reformatted figure at all? Okay.
Feels like all the others. We're gonna come over here, and then we got to. What are we doing wrong? Hold on. We got to unpeg this. There we go. So it was just pegged in a little tight. So it's gonna pull out that whole shebang. Then we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna open this one. We're gonna rotate these thrusters so that they're kind of facing as far out as possible, just to give us more clearance. Then we're going to take this thruster and open it up, like nya. And then we're going to pull the tail. This is the one part that's like weird, because there's clearance to get it through, but it's not a lot. So you don't force it, but you kind of got to wiggle. What is it getting stuck on? Getting stuck on something. What are you getting hung up on? Probably this bit, but that can't.
You didn't pay the bill last night. Sweetie's hung up on.
What are you hung up on?
I mean,
It's too tight. It's too tight.
Let's try that. There we go.
one thing's for,
There we go.
the reformatted figures are not this complex. This is
Has a swivel or something to like let you get the clearance or something.
Yeah, I just had to kind of rock it on that ratchet. Just had to kind of push it out. The clearance on this is extremely tight, as you see. So we're gonna lift up this little peg, and we're gonna collapse that back. We got to make sure that we get the clearance to do so. And we're gonna peg that back in, and we're just gonna extend the chicken feet.
had a chicken head with duck's feet.
Let me see if I can not hunch over so much. There we go. Push these out. We'll get to that in a second. So then we're just going to fold this bit back up. So this is just to cover up where the tail came out of, just to cover the hole kind of. Push that, lock this back in, lift it up and over the plastic. It doesn't, you can see like it just covers that bit, but it's a little bit lower, but it's better than just having the gaping hole. We can close this bit up. And then, so these feet are all die cast. I think it's just the toes and the heel. So I think this all is plastic, and the toes and the heel are metal. So then we got to flip out the heel.
That's smart. It's going to need that weight to stand.
So the one thing on mine, you can see there's a screw cover over here. You can see there's a screw exposed there. And you can see there's covers on the other side. The cover on this side, for some reason, popped out as soon as I got it, and I can't get the cover in. They gave you replacement covers, and none of them fit. Like, they just fall out. It's like a hot dog down a hallway. So what I might have to do is either put a drop of super glue, or more likely I'll put a drop of hot glue, so it's reversible, and just put it in there, and
yeah, well, you can get it out at a
I
later
get it back
date.
out again if I need to.
Can you paint it with floor polish? And
You could do that too. I mean, more likely what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna fucking leave it, because I'm never gonna have it in chicken mode. So then these white bits slide over like that. They just slide a little bit, and then these also rotate to give you more options with the feet. And then,
it's falling over. Are the knees ratcheted?
Oh yeah.
Good.
So now we got to come under here, and under his chin there's a flap. So he's got to kind of unpeg all of that. And then for this mode, what we're going to do is we're just going to fold it like this folds. Hold on, this folds. Okay, this slides. No, that doesn't slide out. How do you fold this? It's this way? Crap. Which way did this fold? Hold on, I gotta remember how to do this. I just did this yesterday, and I totally forgot which way it goes. I think this folds in.
It's on a swivel, isn't it? To have a swivel? Do you swivel it around the other way? No?
Yeah, but that's for it does. Oh, I know why. Duh. Hold on, I know why. Okay, I didn't unlock it all the way. I think I didn't force it as my back. Okay, so now we got to open up these bits up in here. So this, you can see there's a seam right here. So these are two separate pieces, and they're just going to kind of rock back. They also lock into this under piece, and they hold on super duper tight. So the best way to kind of do it, I think, is just to unlock the head, and then kind of get under here and just kind of hold down and just yank on it. It's really on there.
Oh, is it gonna break? Is it gonna break?
There we go. That's one side. So it kind of hooks on and pegs on. So we gotta kind of unhook it there. Unhook it there. There we go. Oh man. There we go. So this just rocks back and it'll peg back in. Like this whole thing could have been, I mean, it's super secure in both modes. It's just, it's on there. There we go. On one side, the other side. So now this whole chin piece folds up. Which way? Now I got to remember which way it folds. Comes down and then folds. This is one thing I hate about these kind when they do this kind of mechanism is figuring out how it's supposed to fold up. Folds up like that. That pegs into there, and then it. No, it doesn't do that. Folds up like that. That's it. Just like that. So now we just grab him by the throat and yank.
Pulling out a large intestine.
Take these bits. So this bit, which you can't see, this bit kind of rocks forward. This kind of pulls back, and you can see there's kind of little nubbins in there. I don't know if that's really going to show. We just rock this back until it locks in those nubbins, and this can kind of be positioned however you really want to get out of the way. Kind of like that's more or less the best. So again, just rock this around. Oh, I'm missing another screw cover.
Oh,
Pop one in there. They gave you extras.
Sons of bitches.
They're like, we have no faith in our build.
So let me just get the knees, the legs kind of open up the mouth. And then we just kind of, there's probably not going to be enough space for this, but can pull out these wings. There's some more detail up in there, some little more paint.
oh, that's cool.
So these just rock out and slide. And you can kind of position these wings however you want. And I'll do a. And there is the space chicken.
Boom.
Bark, bark. Bark. Bark, bark.
Quack, quack.
So, first of all, you might have heard that these come sometimes with bad necks. And you guys know my luck. I had the flippiest, floppiest neck in the world. But as you can see, he's holding it just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Also, by the way, I have all this white paint scratch on the base of the neck.
Yeah, you can kind of see it there.
I don't know if it's going to focus on it, but
2 little streaks.
yeah, it's on here. It's on both sides. Here, and on the other side of the neck too.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to maybe get some. I think this is just red plastic, so I can probably just get some alcohol and scrub it off. But so we'll get this out of the way first. To fix the neck, you do have to be a little bit comfortable with stuff. So what you have to do is, like I said, it comes with the SIM card removal tool. So what you got to do is you got to put it in there, in that hole right there, and pry this screw cover off. Take out that screw. There's a screw down in Ya, and a screw Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See right there. Take out those 3 screws, and that'll allow you enough room to pry this open. It doesn't completely separate the body. It just gives you enough room to kind of go in there and yank and get the whole neck piece out. Take the whole neck piece out.
Yank.
I keep knocking into the backdrop. Tail's in the way. Yank. And then on this side, so when you get the whole head out, down in here you can't see it. There's a white piece that goes on either side with a screw going through it. So you tighten that screw, and that's the. I mean, that screw doesn't do much. It's mostly this screw. Even though I tightened it, it's still not perfect. But now it's holding when you put it in position. Then what you got to do is you got to get a drill. I use the pin vise, which is a small hand drill. They're very cheap on Amazon. They're like $6 with the drill bits. It's really not a big deal.
Yeah, I got one of them. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, you should have one anyway if you're doing this stuff. But what you got to do is you got to drill this out. This is a screw cover. Or you can get a knife in there and pry it out, but you end up destroying all the plastic around it. So you can get a drill in there. You kind of pry that out, and then you just tighten that screw. They give you screw replacement covers. Pop another placement on. Put it all back together, screw it all back together, and Robert, your mother's brother.
What?
Bob's your uncle. And that will more or less fix the neck. It's a pain. It's stupid that you have to do that. You know, for $100 or whatever, you shouldn't have to fix your toys, but you do.
It's a thing.
So run through articulation.
Is there a design on the bottom of that blue wing too?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of collapse this stuff for now. So the head is on hinge swivel. So this hinges here and here. So it's a double hinge swivel. And then it rotates at that joint. Mouth opens up super wide.
Kenny.
It has a super stiff.
Oh,
It doesn't feel good at all.
Oh yeah.
Blaster in his mouth. And then he also has this piece, that piece up in the mouth, in the palate, if you will. Go focus.
Mm-hmm.
It's white plastic. It's not going to do a great job. There's a battery cover right here. That piece was floating around in the box. I was like, what the hell is that? And then I found out where it went. But you can put batteries up in there, and then there's a switch in the back of the head up in there. I was knocking everything over. There's a switch up in there, and that'll light the eyes. Again, stupid third-party companies can't get their shit together and give us the same size battery, so don't have them yet. The neck is a series of hinges, and then there's some play side to side, but not a lot. So it's really just a whole bunch of hinges. So that can get you more or less anything. So you can get like an S-curve neck. You can have it more straight out. So it's really up. Even with the fix, putting it straight out, you have to kind of angle it a little bit.
I'm out.
Mine was perfect. Mine like holds it like I never had an issue with the neck. It really sucks that some people, obviously had that issue.
I'll wait for the one with the ratchets.
I don't think that's happening.
Yeah,
I don't think that'll ever happen.
Yes, 28, 30,000. Well, to data maybe. What is this? Now, what is this getting hooked up? I think the name of the game is Get Hooked Up on Stuff. Come on, what are you getting hooked up on? You were working fine before. Oh, you're getting hooked on yourself because I didn't have the ratchet all the way out. There we go. So the wings are on a ratchet and a swivel, which is also a ratchet. So they ratchet around and they ratchet up and down. So you can get them more or less wherever you need to. So you can have them splayed out like that. You can have them tucked in. You can have them up. You can have them down. Whatever your heart desires. This came out because I was manipulating it. So the legs can swivel up in there. There's a ratchet there, ratchet there, and then and a bunch of hinges in here. So that ratchets. So both the knees ratchet. So you can get them forward or back, whatever you want. And then we got a swivel and a tilt in there. And then all of these, so these splay. And then the toes have some tilt up and down. And then nothing really side to side. Then tail is also basically a bunch of hinges, but this has hinges left and right as well. It looks like, yeah, so this one actually has hinges up and down and left and right, all the way down the tail.
That's cool. The neck doesn't do that?
Neck does not do that unless you got to really yank it. No, I only see, no, there's definitely only one. No, the neck is just up and down. And then got a swivel here. And then you can also, I don't know what the proper etiquette for the ailerons or whatever in which modes.
When they're out like that, it's breaking.
I understand that, but traditionally, are they supposed to be out for this mode or in, or does it not matter?
I think just in.
They're always just in. I guess that's technically a play feature.
Unless he's landing, then
unless he's landing, unless he's breaking.
Right.
Arrow breaking.
So that, so even with the
see, mine doesn't do that. I would be really upset if mine did that.
I mean,
he said like
it's
that
because
bird.
I'm messing with it. If you leave it, it tends to be fine.
It's like that
it's
bird
better
thing
that it was.
that drinks the water. The thing that Homer used to do his job.
Hit the any key.
Yeah.
So there's Space Chicken.
He's awesome. Well, he looks awesome.
As he gets washed out by the light.
Yeah, that Optimus Prime. I love Magic Square.
Yep.
That's great.
Takara can suck it.
Yep.
So there's chicken mode. I think that's everything we got to talk about in chicken mode, right? Anything else? Any other questions before we combine the bad boys up?
I think that's it.
Talked about the neck. We talked about everything pretty much. All right. So to combine them up, we're going to partly go back to shoulder mode, but not too much. So we're really just going to put the feet away. So we got to open the thrusters back up. We got to open the pod. We got to open the pod bay doors.
To put the feet away?
Yep. Because to open this, to get the clearance, you need these doors open. There we go. So now we can open that. That's already open. So now to put the feet away, we're just going to collapse the heel, collapse the toes, and then we're going to pinch these back together. And then we're going to fold this up. So we're going to, let's see, what's the easiest way to do this?
Cram them back in there.
So these will fold down like that, and that'll come up like that. And then you know you got it right because these two prongs will go in between the toes. See, like that?
Oh.
So you really just want to leave it like that, bend it at that knee, kind of shove it in the hole.
Throw it all in there.
Shove it in the hole.
Come back in here. This is a lot easier to do when you're not doing it behind the camera. Collapse that back up. Hook that back in. And the feet are away. So now we're just going to... His neck is all like... Yeah.
He looks dead.
So then this bit of business, we're going to pull out, untab it. Why do you keep getting stuck on things? This bit tabs in too well to everything. And then we're going to rotate it around and then slide this bit up, and then we'll worry about that after we connect it. So chicken, I believe, is done. We'll close the pod bay doors, which I'll just do real quick. And then we got to grab doggy. Kitty.
Doggy.
Grab kitty. Let me put this on the floor. And then all we're going to do for this one is lift this up, lift that up. Oh, I didn't show the other head. Let me show the other head real quick. 2 seconds. The instructions are all falling out.
That bottom piece does look pretty impressive, doing that.
Yeah,
line
it looks
mode.
better now than it did earlier tonight. It's posed a little bit more. Ooh, shiny.
I really like that head, but the only thing I don't like is nothing else is chromed.
Yeah, so this is the toy accurate head because 80s, everything had to be chrome.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the same thing, the gimp, the same lights in the eyes, and the same blaster in the. I don't know if I showed the blaster in the mouth before, but they both have a blaster in the mouth.
You still don't have any ears.
Still doesn't have any ears.
Oh.
But that's that head.
I don't know that it
You can
did
see
have ears.
There's the ball joint where it connects in.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he didn't have ears. For some reason, I think he had ears.
I think you're messing him up with the Voltron lion.
Oh, maybe.
That definitely had ears.
Wait, can he combine with? I wonder if he can combine with Voltron.
That would be pretty awesome.
That would be pretty
But
awesome.
I doubt it.
Okay, so we're just gonna close them up, tuck the head away,
Lynx are not lions. Don't combine.
and guess what? The bottom half is prepped.
How is that all?
That is all.
See it.
So now we can take this monstrosity. So getting the jet, the shuttle on in brick mode is a lot easier because you don't have to worry when it's all together. I'll make sure this is collapsed. It's in the right shape for the shuttle to lock in. I might have to do this off camera, but we're going to combine it the exact same way. So we're going to slide the tab and then lock the pins. Let me see if I'll try to do it. See, that's not the right. You can see like this is higher and that's lower, so we kind of got to give him more of a curve to his spine.
Are you sure you're not supposed to shove the anal beads back in for this mode?
No, they stay out. How else are you going to use them? So
it's too early, Brink. Not yet. It's too
Shout
early.
out to TKO podcast. They made that observation in the chat. That's funny.
Surprise, surprise. Okay, hold on. I'm just trying. It's a lot harder to do in this mode than in brick mode. I'm just trying to line this stupid thing up. I don't have enough. Even with all this freaking light, I still can't. Go in.
It's ingenious.
Ugh, come on. 1 second. Okay. I think that's good. Let's see if it'll slide in now. Go in. The hole is your home. There we go.
This is like a wedding night video audio.
So this folds in the front.
In the hole.
Go in. The hole is your home.
In the hole.
Oh, wait. Shit. That stays underneath. Damn it. Everything's falling apart. It's all going to hell. I got to take it off.
Come on, you can do it.
No, I forgot. I did something wrong.
You didn't do anything. You're just supposed to force it until it goes. Don't you know how to do Transformers?
Does it go like that? Hold on, I'm doing something wrong. 1 second. No, that's not right. Which way, John? Which way does this thing go? Does it go? I know it's still around.
Yeah, because up that, and then where on the bottom of the links, see this
Yeah, I know. Those
two little tabs? Yeah.
But where does this go? That doesn't tuck underneath like that. It's got to go. Crap. Now I don't remember how this goes. Damn it! I just did this yesterday.
Yeah, I you know what? If I had mine in front of me, I could tell you, but like, because I'm sitting at a rest stop, I can't really help you. Actually, hold on.
Oh, these rock up. Okay, no, we're good. These
What was
rock
that?
up.
No, I don't smoke. I'm sorry.
Why do
Yep,
people
you
always?
too.
People always
Have a
ask
good
you.
What?
People always ask you for cigarettes.
He asked me if I had a lighter.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm surprised I came up.
So it's it'd be incredibly hard to do.
Windows all steamed up, getting all.
All right, so
warmed up
it would
by
be
the-
incredibly hard to do on camera. You just rock this piece connected to this piece, and then you kind of there's a whole bunch of pegs that peg everything into here, and that locks all that together.
Well, that's pretty cool.
This locks in the exact same way as in the other mode, and then we can just pull out the wings. Oh, do we put the tail in? Yeah, we can put the tail in too. I guess you can technically leave the tail out if you wanted to, but we're not gonna.
Well, Brink, he asked you about the wing. He's like, "Don't you put the tail back in?" He said, "No."
I thought no. You said the intestines.
Right.
I thought you meant.
leads.
Oh, I thought you meant the neck.
Oh no.
My
No.
bad.
Jeez.
And then we're gonna pull out here in a second. Just kind of get them flat-footed, more or less.
Yeah, you don't want to do that too late.
And there. Let's get some of this light out of here.
The whole shebang.
There he is. All combined up.
That's,
And-
a, that's a thing, all right.
That's what sold me on it. I wasn't in until I saw it at TFCon DC last year.
Yep.
I mean, not last year, the year before.
Or
Chicago. Right.
No, it was DC the year before. Last year was Chicago.
Oh, this was at DC.
Yeah, I saw it at DC. I want to say DC.
they had it on their
Maybe it was
table.
Chicago. No, it was at Chicago. It was last year. Yeah, it was last year. That's what sold because they had it out on the table, and that's what sold me on it. Because I think that looks fucking phenomenal. Now it is more stylized because it's the reformatted line. It's definitely not, a G1 SKYLYNX. Plus G1 SKYLYNX would have to be fucking gigantic.
The reformatted line is really meant to be IDW inspired.
Yeah.
But this doesn't. This looks more G1 than IDW.
Yeah.
Just saying, I don't know. I don't even know if there is an IDW SKYLYNX.
There is.
What kind of recolor would you like out of this? Like a Nemesis or something? I'd be interested to see what they come up with.
They make their funky Nemesis.
Mm.
I don't know what else you could do with it.
Let's show the. Well, I mean, we didn't know how she would do with Feral Rex, and they made up a repaint for that.
Yeah.
That they're still trying to sell.
They got me for it.
They got me for it too, but they're still in stock everywhere.
So there's the wingspan. Trying to cut out some of this light. Let me see if I can just turn this light off.
It's a huge wingspan.
It's a little bit better. There's the wingspan. We'll put a car in front of them, so you can kind of get a scale of the wings.
One thing I don't like about mine is that when you do put the batteries in it, the lights bleed right through the white plastic on the head.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame. But there he is, all combined up. He doesn't get. Oh, that's not pegged in all the way.
It's easy to fix. You just put some black or some aluminum foil inside.
So that's what really sold me on him. I think that looks fucking great. I wouldn't put it really with Masterpiece because I don't think it goes. But for a more stylized looking, party display, because everybody has something that's not exactly G1 Masterpiece. I think it'll go great.
I think it's the biggest you could make a SKYLYNX and have it be practical.
I'm sure somebody will make a fucking gigantic one that'll be totally obnoxious.
You think?
Fans hobby.
Just because of the wings. Like, the wings are so big, even on that.
Yeah. But I mean,
That's
you
wild,
can kind of do whatever you want with the wings. Like I said before, like it's all the same articulation. So all the leg articulation is exactly the same as the cat mode, and the wings and the neck and the tail articulation is exactly the same as chicken mode. But I mean, it cleans up really fucking well. There's really not a lot of stuff hanging off. The only thing that kind of bothers me, and it doesn't really bother me, are these pieces right here, these side pieces, because they stick out a little bit. But I mean, that's nitpicking at its finest.
Yeah.
And
He holds his weight for how heavy he is.
Yeah, I mean, these ratchets and the legs are fucking great. They hold everything just fine. There's lots of options. You can extend the legs if you want to have longer legs. You can pull these out and give them longer legs. And then
I thought the front ones were supposed to be pulled down a little bit more.
the front what?
The front legs.
Pulled down? Like make them taller in the front?
Yeah.
You can do that. I mean, there's no real, this is the correct way to do it.
Yeah.
You can do it any which way you want. But there he is. There he is with the Hasbro SKYLYNX.
It's like the Hasbro one was like the worst thing ever.
I never saw that in stores.
Me neither. I had to get it off somebody online.
Yeah.
What line did that come in? I've never seen that.
Combiner Wars.
Yeah. Was it Combiner Wars or Titans Return?
I don't know. One of those. They're all the same.
I think it was the end of Combiner Wars.
Now I do remember it. They called it Sky Rain, right?
Yes.
Yep.
No, that was the
Okay.
Combiner.
Oh.
That was the Combiner name.
Oh, all right.
So they had to make up a Combiner for him because he had to be a Combiner.
Oh, he had the Griffin as the head. That's right.
Yeah, it's under.
Yeah.
It's under
So
there.
That thing doesn't come apart.
No, it does not.
Holy shit, that thing's hollow.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it's not. Yeah.
Don't
Those-
the legs suck? Like the
Yeah,
knee?
No, I had
those
to.
legs are really bad.
I had to tighten the shit out of mine. I mean, now it's fucking great. It holds everything super tight, but I had to tighten everything.
Hmm.
That's like his baby.
I was gonna say it looks like a baby.
That's this. I actually really dig this. The cool thing about it is because it's MMC, it's actually fun to mess with.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of plastic you're used to with MMC and like Make Toys and
Man, that looks good.
those kinds of figures. Everything is super solid. All these ratchets are great. I wish the neck was ratcheted. That's really the only actual flaw I can really find. Is the neck should have been ratcheted. Once you do the fix, I mean, see, it's holding it fine. If I start like picking it up and dropping it and like putting pressure, it's a lever or a lever if you're proper. If I start levering it out at the end, it puts more pressure down there because that's how a lever works, and that's going to make it droop more or droop quicker.
That's definitely a mileage will vary thing though, because like I said, mine's rock solid. I can't, I'm not trying to. I guess I am coming off like I'm trying to defend them, but.
But that thing to me, I really dig it. This is the kind of stuff I really dig. Like I like the G1 Masterpiece stuff too, but this stuff to me, because it's more fun. It's more fun to mess with. This is the stuff I like. I tend to like more, even though I collect both. I enjoy stuff like this more.
Mm.
Did this guy make it into the IDW comics? Does anyone know?
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah, he was in IDW.
Oh,
I'm like 90% sure.
Was he?
It's been a while since I read
Was he
it.
still a douchebag like he was in the G1 show?
I think so.
Oh.
I don't really remember. It's been too long. I haven't even fucking finished. But I think that's pretty much everything.
Would he be considered a duocon?
No,
Mm-mm.
there was only 2 duocons.
So what is he?
He's a battle master.
No, he's got he's one of those weird ones that like share a spark or have a spark or what do they call it?
Sure. Listen, it was fucking 1984, and they needed a toy, so they licensed it from somebody else.
God damn it! I need my justification.
I guess the only way to really make it better was to put a motor in it and make them walk, but which I'm still salty that Fans Toys never did it with Omega.
Yeah.
But I really dig this. It's not everyone. I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but this is the stuff that I like in Transformers. This is what I prefer.
Space chickens.
Space chickens. I'm a fan of space chickens. All right. Any other questions before we get out of here?
Nope.
I don't think so.
We'll just real quick, just in case anybody needs any more size comparisons, we'll throw a couple other things. Real quick, just in case anybody needs any other size comparisons. There's something of every size.
Do you have any Legends figures in front of you?
I have the best Legend figure ever made. It's one of the weird repaints, but
I like that. Yeah. That's SKYLYNX's Legend scale. Speaking of which,
Yeah,
I'd love to see Iron Factory do a scale.
Yeah, that kind of works pretty well.
Yeah.
It's like the Make Toys Scorponok is definitely legend scale.
Oh, that's it. You just sold them. You sold them, Brian.
Yeah.
You sold them for a lot of people. Legend scale.
There you go. That's why this one lives on my desk, because I want this mold on my desk, and it's the weird one. Here's with a different kind of legend.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
I've been going in and metal clawing my Wolverines. He's on the desk. All right. Any other questions before we get out of here? I think
Looks good.
We can't really do the figure banging.
Well, he doesn't have fingers or butthole.
No.
So
I mean, I'd say like
Can he eat his own ass?
Yeah, can he?
Oh my god!
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, he don't bend that far.
I don't think he can. He might be able to scratch his own ass with his tail. As far as we're getting with that.
Could he pick his ass with his tail and then sniff his tail?
I don't think so.
What the fuck?
Probably not meant to bend too far in that direction.
Okay, well, it can definitely scratch.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Boom. There you go.
Yep.
Hold on. I can't see it. Hold on.
He's got a.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It works.
Oh my
Does that count?
god!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that counts.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What fuck kind of show did I sign up for?
This kind of show.
The best kind of show.
Yeah, butt sniffing fun.
Oh shit!
All right. Brian, you want to run down the chat?
Sure. We got Josh F in here, Noble Young, Justin L, Rogue War 71, Mark 44 Prime, Smash Master 13.
Hey now.
Nice.
Got, Lord Shadowkeeper, TKO Podcast, Dust Mites, Buzzsaw Eject. We had 30 in here. Paul R, Nick Brammer, KJ Smith, Jeremy B, and good old Quentin. We haven't seen him in a while from Q's Reviews.
Sweet. Nice.
All right.
Yep.
So while you're at it, Brian, why don't you tell the fine people where you're at?
You can find me, Brian Brink, in the Facebook groups, at Brinkalizer on Instagram.
John,
backing up.
John, besides backing up.
I have TM Servo 3K on Instagram and John Gibbons in the Facebook groups.
JD.
Yeah. My social media doesn't matter. Like we discussed this last night. I lose more people than I gain, so fuck you. Social media. You can find me on Breaking the Mold on Tuesdays at 8 and every other Wednesday here with you fellas.
Hey now. Jose.
All right, guys. Hurricane BX on social media. As JD said, Breaking the Mold on Tuesday nights here on this channel. And check out Verbally Challenge or Hurricane BX on all audio platforms. Peace.
All right. I am at Ace Milo pretty much everywhere, mostly Instagram, Facebook under my real name in the Realm of Collectors group. Follow and watch and listen to all the other Cool Table Network shows. Just follow the Cool Table Network on Facebook. It's the easiest way. Just join the group. And you'll be notified whenever there's a new show, because there's also other things like Deluxe's reviews and Bobby's reviews and Justin's stuff and stuff like that doesn't always get pushed out on any feed, but you'll get notifications on the Facebook group. So join that. I don't think we have anything else really to push. We got no new merch. That's pretty much everything. Check out all the other shows. Thank you for watching live if you joined live. Thank you for watching after the fact. I found, I think, a G1 sticker, and I don't know what it went to.
Oh,
It's just a teal sticker.
It's,
It looks like a G1 sticker.
I thought it was the Tesseract.
I don't know.
With the Tesseract for a minute there.
Yeah. we'll see you guys in a couple of weeks with a new episode. I actually got something this morning that could be interesting. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. All right. Thank you for joining. Thanks for watching live. Thank you for watching After the Fact. And we'll catch you guys in a couple of weeks with a new episode.
Night.
Good night.
Bye.